And that's the one thing that I love about being a black woman and having natural hair, is the duality that you can do both. What is up, you guys? It's your girl Z here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below and join the team. If you are not new here, welcome back. So as you can tell from today's title, we just gonna be doing a little chit chat, okay? So I am gonna start a new little like hair chat series here on my channel, Hair Chats with Z, and we're just gonna talk about all things natural hair, silk presses, being a straight hair natural, all of those things, okay? Y'all seem to really enjoy my silk press mustache video that I posted a few weeks ago, and I got a ton of questions in the comments, so I really wanted to take this time to answer those. And then we're gonna chat on a little topic that I've been seeing come up on social media a lot, of being a straight hair natural versus a natural. So like natural hair warriors versus the silk press soldiers. We're gonna talk about it, okay? So if y'all are interested, keep on watching. Okay, so like I said, y'all really enjoyed the silk press must-haves video, and y'all had a ton of questions for me just about products that I use, how I go about maintaining my silk press, all of those things. So I wanted to answer some of those questions now. I tried to answer a lot of them in the comments, but I figured it might just be better to just like sit down, chat, talk about it. So let's get into some of those questions. So one of the questions that I got a lot of was basically, how do you even maintain your hair for 2 weeks without it getting oily? It really depends. Honestly, it depends on how fast your hair produces oils, all of those types of things. And I'm gonna just preface this video and all the ones go forward. As y'all know, I am not a licensed professional. I am not a licensed cosmetologist. I am simply just a girl who learned how to do and take care of her hair on her own, okay? That's my tagline, okay? That's simply what it is. I'm just sharing what has worked for me and what works for me. Again, everybody's hair is different. Everybody's hair texture, the things that works for them, everybody's hair is so different. So this is just what has worked for me that I will be sharing with you guys, okay? So I just want to preface that, and then we can move along, okay? So like I said, it depends on how fast your hair produces oils, all of those types of things. Now, I will say, I stopped wrapping my hair because I felt like it was making my hair oily faster. So what I do is, take for example, I just did my hair last night. So I wrapped my hair last night, and I will probably wrap it again tonight. After that, I will go back to my flexi rods, okay? So that's typically how I wrap my hair every night, is with flexi rods. So the first 2 nights when my hair is like bone straight, you know, falling off the bone silk press, okay, that's when I will wrap it. So I will wrap it probably 2 nights at most, and then I will do my flexi rods for the remaining of my silk press time period, okay? So for me, that has helped prolong the length of my silk press, because when you're not wrapping your hair and your hair is not sitting on top of it each other when your hair is not sitting on top of itself every night for 8+ hours, it doesn't allow the oils to travel down as fast, if you get what I'm saying. So when you wrap your hair, you know, you're wrapping it around the circular motion, the oils from your roots that are starting to produce are now you know, touching other parts of your hair strands because it's wrapped on top of each other. So for me, I started to notice, I was like, my hair is not lasting a week now. Like, what is going on? So I switched over and started doing the flexi rods. And to be quite honest, I also enjoy how my hair looks more when I do the flexi rod method. The bone straight has been my thing for so long. And I think just as I get older, and since I've like cut shorter layers in my hair, I enjoy having that kind of like wavy, you know, curly look from the flexi rods, giving my hair a lot more body than it does with just like the bone straight look. So that's just personal preference for me, but that's how I think has been the main key in prolonging my silk press. I'm not saying my hair doesn't get oily at all, because it does. Usually by the end of week 2 is when it's like all right, baby, it's stiff. It's looking, you know, y'all know that when you can't go like, you know, when your hair ain't really moving like water no more and it's just like kind of clumping together a little bit. Y'all know the stages of your hair getting oily. That's usually at the end of week 2 for me. And then I will go a week, and I will usually go a week in like bun, ponytail, all of that phase. So that kind of ties into the next question that I got a lot, was how often do I wash my hair? And I typically say every 2 to 3 weeks. 3 weeks is usually my go-to, but if I have like something to do, or I have an event or whatever, I'm going somewhere, traveling, you know, things where we got to plan for our hair, then I'll do 2 weeks. So like this past silk press cycle, I went 2 weeks because I went to Chicago last weekend, so I had to do the way that my hair schedule fell. If I pushed it to 3, my hair wouldn't be fresh for my trip, so I did 2 weeks instead of 3. So if that makes sense, I typically go 3 weeks. That's my usual go-to. Like if I know, like I don't like putting a lot of heat on my hair, so I will try to prolong and push out my silk presses as far as possible. But like I said, if I know I'm going on a trip or I have something to do and I need my hair fresh, I'll plan it out to where, okay, I'll have to do my hair in 2 weeks instead of 3. And sometimes I'll even push it to 4. Previously, last month, I went 4 weeks. I did 3 weeks with a silk press, and then I did 1 week of a twist out. And then that gave me 4 weeks without putting heat on my hair. So it's different ways you can go about it, but on the norm, I typically wash my hair every 3 weeks. So 2 weeks with my silk press, and then by the end of week 2, it's typically oily. So then I will transition into a ponytail / bun phase. So like I said, I did my hair last night. All this past week, my hair was in a slick back ponytail or in a bun. So that's how often I wash my hair, and really how I preserve my silk press. It's really just about, you know, when your hair produces those oils, it's really, everybody's hair is really so different. The next question that I got was, and I get this a lot, is how do you preserve your silk press working out? So transparently, I'm a Pilates girl and I'm a hot girl walk girl, okay? So I do Pilates 2 to 3 if I can get in a class, because baby, the girls are taking over Pilates, okay? This year it's been a little harder to do 3 classes a week because they get filled up so fast. But typically I do 2 to 3 classes of Pilates a week. And I love going on a hot girl walk. I'll do 30 to 45 minute walks a day. So very like low intensity, not really sweating a whole lot. And luckily, again, everybody is different. I'm not someone who sweats a lot in her scalp. But what I do is I do use a like sweat headband thing. I'll pop a picture in from Amazon. And then I put my hair up in a high top knot, so that my hair is not like touching my back. Because I found like even when I was doing like a ponytail, and say I would be like sweating, my hair would like stick to my back right here if I didn't have on like sleeves or anything, and then that part would like frizz up. So high top knot bun with a like, you know, little sweat headband on to protect the edges. So I don't do a whole lot of like high intensity, really dripping sweat workouts. So that is something that also helps with like my silk presses not, you know, being sweated out as fast, because again, I do Pilates. Pilates is a very like, Pilates ain't no joke now. Don't sleep on the Pilates, girls. It is very hard in the sense of like you're working muscles that you didn't even know you had, core muscles, all of that stuff. But as far as like sweating, it's not that. So I don't really experience a lot of sweating in my scalp to make my roots puffy or anything. So I do get a lot of questions about that. And again, I would say definitely make sure you invest in some sort of like really good head sweatband, because protecting the edges is the most important thing. So that's that. Another question that I got was, how do I preserve my, or how do I maintain my silk press in the shower? Layers. Layer it up, okay? So I will put my scarf on, whether my hair is wrapped or in flexi rods. put my scarf on first, then I will put a bonnet on top of the scarf, and then you put your shower cap on top of the bonnet. So that's 3 layers of protection right there. So I will say, make sure you have a good shower cap, that, you know, the elastic ones that are gonna like grip your edges really good, so that none of your kitchen ain't slipping out in the back, or your edges in the front ain't, you know, getting wet. Really grip tight on your edges, or your perimeter, whatever this is called, so that no moisture is getting in. So those are my 3 layers of protection that I use for the shower, and I make sure that everything is secured, ain't a piece of hair hanging out or nothing. So it's really just about making sure that you layer up and really protect your hair as much as you can from the moisture of the shower. So that's why I say 3 layers is good for me. If you need to do 4 or 5, do what you gotta do. Don't let that shower mess up your silk press, okay? The next question was having your silk press while living in a humid environment, or like in the summertime, okay? So summertime, I typically will do some braids in the summertime. I am a knotless braid girly, okay? I absolutely love doing knotless braids in the summer. It's definitely a go-to for me. If I'm not in knotless braids, I will do some natural hairstyles. So I will do a good twist out, be in a twist out for a week or 2. And then if I'm absolutely straight, like last summer, I think was the first summer in a while, I was pretty much straight all summer. Again, because I was getting married, so my bridal shower, bachelorette, all those things were going on during the summertime, and so my hair was straight for a majority of the summer. And again, just living here and being used to this environment, my hair, it's not extremely humid here in Charlotte. Like, it's hot, but it doesn't get extremely humid here. I will say, when I went to Savannah for my bachelorette trip in the beginning of July, now that place was humid. My hair did frizz up, not too much, but I wasn't walking around with like a silk press in Savannah. So at that point, I just threw it up in a ponytail, or threw it up in a bun or something like that. Buns and ponytails are my go-to when my hair is oily or getting frizzy and things like that. So I will say those are my 3 kind of like go-to things. It's either knotless braids for the summertime, natural hairstyles, braid outs, twist outs, that type of thing. Or if I am wearing it straight, investing in using some products that help fight humidity. So the why can't I say this name right? The Color Wow Dream Coat, that's what it is. It's definitely something that I use for sure in the summertime. And then I did get a question about how often I use the Color Wow Dream Coat. I use it every time. I know the bottle says every 2 to 3 shampoos, but to be quite honest, y'all, I don't follow them. I do not follow those suggestions on the bottle, just because I don't think those directions were necessarily written for us. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I think that was more so for our counterparts, just because they wash their hair a lot more frequently than we do. So I use the Color Wow Dream Coat every time I wash my hair. That's just what it is, because again, I'm washing my hair every 3 weeks. If I was to use it like the bottle says, every 2 to 3 shampoos, that would be every 2 to 3 months. That's not gonna work for me. I need that every time. So I don't follow them directions on them bottles. And that goes for a lot of other stuff of using dime size or quarter size. Y'all see how much hair I have? That is not gonna do nothing for me. So I definitely use the Color Wow Dream Coat every time that I wash my hair. So yeah, that kind of tied into what I do with my hair in the summertime. And again, everybody's weather climate is very different. If I lived in like a place like Savannah where it is super humid a lot of the time, I'm pretty sure my hair would not last as it does. So that goes into, you have to do what works best for you and your situation and your hair. I live in Charlotte. Like I said, I'm not near water. It's not super humid here a lot, so my hair is able to thrive in the summertime a little bit longer than if I lived somewhere that was super humid. Okay, another question was about the Olaplex system and how often do I use that. So I use the Olaplex treatment system every time that I wash my hair. And so as of recently, I told you guys in my previous video, I have been using K18 too. So I've been like switching them out. But either way, anytime I wash my hair, I'm using either Olaplex or K18. So when I did my hair last night, I used Olaplex. So I use it every single time. And especially since putting color in my hair this year, I want to make sure that I am doing everything that I can to really keep my hair in a healthy state, because you know, color, any manipulation to your hair is gonna be damaging in some way. So I want to make sure that I am doing everything that I can to keep my hair nice and healthy. So I use Olaplex every single time, and I was using it every single time before I colored my hair as well. So that is a system that I'm true to and faithful to. I use it every single time, and since again I wash my hair pretty much every 3 weeks, that comes out to once a month. So I think that was the question of how many times a month do I use the Olaplex system. With washing my hair every 3 weeks, it comes out to once a month pretty much. But again, if I need to do my hair in 2 weeks instead of 3, it'll be twice a month. Just depends on my timeline of things, but using Olaplex every single time. Okay. Another question was, do I ever incorporate the Apogee 2 treatment? I've personally never used the Apogee 2-step protein treatment thingy. I've never used that, so I can't really speak, but I've heard good things about it. And the person said, I asked these questions because I'm trying to create a consistent hair routine, but I'm not sure of what's too much concerning the protein treatments. So again, I'm not sure exactly what the Apogee 2-step, I believe that is a protein treatment, so I don't think that's something that you should be using every time you do your hair. Olaplex is more of a bond repairing system, so it works to repair the bonds in your hair that break from when you manipulate it by putting heat on it, coloring it, that type of thing. So that is more, using Olaplex is more of a thing that you can use consistently or every time that you pretty much do your hair versus the Apogee, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe Apogee is a protein treatment, so that should be something that should be used every few times and not every time. So yeah, that was a majority of the questions that I got asked multiple times. Like I said, I tried to reply to as many of y'all in the comments as I could. And if you guys have any more comments, for sure, drop them down here below. Like I said, this is going to be like a new series where we just chat and talk about all things hair, silk presses, straight hair, natural, all the things. Because I really enjoy talking, learning. If you guys have any tips or tricks for me as well, I'm always, if you're not new to my channel, you know I'm always down to try something new. Always open to just like any tips or tricks that you guys have. So for sure, leave them down in the comments. We're gonna be doing this a little bit more often now. But I wanted to transition into the topic that I brought up earlier about the, I guess you could call silk press soldiers versus the natural hair warriors. Child, I experienced this firsthand. Okay, so what brought this topic up? I saw a TikTok not too long ago, and I'm gonna pop it in right here.
Child, we was just talking about the natural hair warriors. Don't let one of them see you with straight hair. They gonna think you anti-black, anti-fro, you hate your blackness. Don't nobody got 5 hours every weekend to wash, detangle, untangle. Need that quick silk press, wake up 2 seconds, done for the day. Convenient. Them natural hair warriors think you done hated yourself, hated your generation, your ancestry, because you done put that flat iron to your hair.
So, as y'all can see, that is something, and after I saw that, this was actually, I think this video on TikTok started like going around a little bit after I had my run-in with the natural hair warriors on TikTok. So I wanted to talk to you about this because to me the whole debate and the one against the other is, it's petty. Like, what are we doing? Okay, how you decide to wear your natural hair is your business. Okay, it should not make anybody feel one way or the other. Okay, and when I went viral on TikTok, y'all, I had to, baby, the block button was in overtime. Okay, the amount of comments that I got from people saying like, oh no, it's not more convenient for you, you just want to be more, you just want to appear more Eurocentric, you are trying to appeal to the Eurocentric beauty standards and all of this stuff. And I was just like, y'all have got to be kidding me. How you decide to wear your natural hair, again, is your business. It does not make you any less of a natural girly if you decide you want to straighten your hair. How does me straightening my hair, yet my hair is still natural, I have no chemicals, I don't have a perm, I don't have no relaxer, how does that make me any less natural than the next person sitting beside me who has her hair in a twist out? We are both natural. It's just variations of naturalness, okay? And that's the one thing that I love about being a black woman and having natural hair, is the duality that you can do both. You can have a silk press one day and then switch it up and pop your braid out the next day. Like, it's truly up to you how you want to wear your hair. So the debate and the arguments that go on between people who decide to silk press their hair and those who want to wear their wash and go, it's like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Because why is this even a discussion? You know, I straighten my hair out of convenience, pure convenience. That's just what works for me. Wash and goes, I used to try to be a wash and go girly back in my college days when I was, you know, mixing my own protein treatments and all that. I went through all of those phases. I tried to be a wash and go girly. It simply did not work for me. It just simply did not work for me. I can do braid outs and twist outs, but they don't last more than a week on me. Then I'm gonna have to redo it again. If I can spend 2 hours doing my hair, straightening it, and this is gonna last me 2 to 3 weeks, I'm gonna go that route because it's convenient. I love being able to get up and go, unwrap my hair, and I'm out the door. You know, do what works for you, okay? I just found that this topic was just so crazy, and to be on the receiving end of it, I had some natural hair warriors that came for me. You just don't know how to do your hair. Excuse me? Are you in my scalp first? Or you're not using the right products if your wash and go doesn't last past 2 days. Again, are you in my scalp? How do you know what works for me? Please exit stage left, please, okay? Please get up out of here. And it's just really goes back to everybody's hair is so different. Everybody's hair is so different, okay? You never know what is gonna work on somebody's hair and what's not. That, again, why do you think we have 4 different hair types? Oh, I'm 3A, 4C, 4B. Like, there's so many different hair types because everybody's hair is so different. So again, what works for the natural hair girly who can do a wash and go, and that wash and go is gonna last her 67 days. I said 67, not 67, but either way, they be trying to act like that wash and go gonna last them forever, okay? It's gonna be completely different than the natural hair girly who does a twist out and it only lasts her 2 days because maybe her hair is a lot longer and it's harder. Like, baby, when I say I try and do a pineapple, my pineapple is falling over in my face, and then I have to like crunch it back up so that I'm not like sleeping on my hair. Like, it's a whole people just don't realize like how styles work on somebody else may not work on them. You know, it's very different, and that's the beauty. And the one thing that I absolutely just love about not only being a black woman, but our natural hair is the duality of it all. Like, it is so unique to us. Sorry for all this background noise, y'all. Okay. But that's what I love about black hair. It's so unique to us. Nobody else is walking around with hair like ours. It is so unique to us, and we can do so much with it that it shouldn't even be a debate about how we're wearing our hair. It shouldn't be a debate at all, because if that's the case, it's going to be never ending, because black women can do so much to their hair. They can do it in so many different ways and styles. Why are we putting the two against each other? We should not be doing that at all. So that was just that's just my little 2 cents. But I have another topic that's going to be in the next hair chat. And I don't know if you saw the video about this woman saying black women can't grow healthy long hair. Y'all know I had a field day with that one, okay? So we're going to talk about that one in the next hair chat video. But if you are a silk press soldier, or you want to be a silk press soldier, or a straight hair natural, drop some comments down below. I am really excited to start this hair chat series, just because I'm here to be an example. I'm here to be a resource for anybody who wants to become a straight hair natural. I just want to be an example. I want to be all those things to show you that it is very much possible to grow healthy, natural, long hair and still silk press it, still straighten it, and still do what you want to do with it. It is very much possible to do all those things. So I'm so excited about these new hair chats with Z. I don't want to make this video too long, so I hope I answered a lot of you guys' questions. Like I said, drop them down below in the comments if you have more, and I will for sure answer them in the next hair chat with Z. And again, thank you guys so much for all your love, supporting. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and I will see you all in my next video.